Hello, hello, everybody. So, welcome to this first session of September. So, we're gonna get started in a second. And just so you know, for those of you who are used to these sessions, we're gonna do it to cater for contemplating a little bit longer in the past. So, maybe like at least the whole month of August and even the whole summer, if that feels right for you. And then we're going to contemplate the future as well, imagine the future for a little bit longer than just the week as well. And we'll go up until the end of the year. So we'll make it a sort of transition into the last quarter of the year session. And on these words, just let's get started, and starting by giving ourselves a little stretch. Getting ourselves comfortable and moving your body in any way that feels good and allows you to prepare for the session and to sit down in a comfortable yet alert enough position. And then once you feel good in your body, you're sitting down, your feet flat on the floor, then close your eyes. And first, we're just going to make ourselves aware of where we are in this room. We're going to make ourselves notice the weight of our bodies, where we're sitting, noticing the points of contact between our body and our seat, and noticing the weight of our feet on the floor. And even pressing our feet on the floor a little bit to feel that connection with the ground a little bit more. And by doing that, our intention is to get aware that we are here on this planet and that we're connected to it. And even allow yourself to imagine for a moment that you're really connecting with the earth and grounding yourself in its energy. You might imagine as if you're growing roots from underneath your feet and they're getting all the way down into the ground, or any other imagery or metaphor that suits you. And once you feel nicely anchored into the earth, then just bring your awareness back into your body and through your feet, your legs, your abdomen, and all the way into your chest. Allow your attention to stay into your chest, into your heart. And in the heart, I'm going to suggest you imagine as if your breath is flowing in and out directly through the heart. So just noticing your breathing and imagining that the flow of your breath enters your heart when you breathe in and flows out from your heart when you breathe out. And while you do that, you're gonna stay focused in the heart. Keep visualizing your breath in and out from your heart. And then slowly but surely, slow down your breathing a little bit and deepen your breathing a little bit. So you're just breathing a little bit slower and deeper than usual. And we're going to do this for a few minutes together. This is called heart-focused breathing. Breathing slowly, deeply, while you visualize your breath flowing in and out through your heart. And do not force your breathing either, just allow it to be comfortable, but just extend your in breath a little bit more and extend your out breath a little bit more. Keeping your focus in the heart. Breathing in and out a little bit slower and deeper than usual. Visualizing your breath flowing in and out through your heart. Keeping the rhythm of your breath comfortable. You are breathing slowly and deeply through your heart. Your focus is on your heart. Your focus is on your breath. One more minute of deep, slow breathing. Keep breathing slow and deep from the heart. You might already feel a sense of calm, a sense of peace, quiet that came over you. It is your body and mind responding to your slow breathing. So stay focused in your heart as much as you can. And now we're going to take advantage of this calm state to reflect. And first, let's remind ourselves of the vision that we have for our future. So you may remind yourself of the direction that you want your life to have, the vision for your life, if that is clear for you. And if not, if that's still a little bit too subtle or too far away, remind yourself of the next goals that you have for the future. Remind yourself of the direction that you want to be heading towards. Okay, and once we've done that, we're ready to start our contemplation of the recent past. And today we're going to reflect on the month of August. And for those of you who want to, going even further and contemplating the whole summer that is just coming towards its end now. So as you're imagining looking towards the past for a few moments, you can even imagine as if you are able to elevate yourself and fly above your summer, fly above your timeline to have a bird's eye view on how everything unfolded for you over the last month or 2 months. And just notice what worked well and what also didn't work as well as you hoped for. So without judgment, noticing as many areas of your life as you want, especially the areas of life that matter most to you right now, whether it's work, your family, your relationships, your health, your self-care, your passions and hobbies, your community, whatever it is for you that is important. Just consider all these areas and just reflect on what worked well, that you want more of, that you want to nurture and maintain and keep in your life. The things where you felt most expanded, what brought you joy, noticing who or what is around you when you feel most fulfilled, expanded, joyful. And also notice the things that maybe didn't work as well as you hoped for, and maybe just see them as things that you want less of, or things that you would rather let go of or change. And seeing them as having happened ultimately for a good reason, that now you know you don't want them anymore. So we'll take a little bit longer to do that. So keep reflecting. What worked well this summer? What do you want to nurture, or what do you want to change? And also notice sometimes things work out well because we achieve and we get a certain result or outcome. So technically it's a win, but maybe the journey through the outcome is not as joyful or aligned as it could be. So just notice when that maybe happens. Because sometimes, even though we get the outcome, maybe there are aspects of the journey that we'd rather not repeat. And vice versa, maybe some outcome you wanted did not occur, but the journey brought you a lot of satisfaction. Sometimes, even though the end result is not there, there was a lot of good throughout the process. So just notice if that's the case. Let's keep reflecting another 2 minutes. What else worked well? What else would you rather change? What's already aligned? What do you need to let go of? Maybe also notice what ways of being, what inner state are you in when things are working well versus not. Just notice what seems to be working well for you internally that also reflects externally. How are you being when things work well, as opposed to when they're not? And another half a minute to wrap up our contemplation before the next step. So now slowly but surely, let's switch our attention to answering this very simple question. If the month that just passed, the summer that just passed, its energy, its whatever unfolded then, your inner state during that time, if that was to repeat itself and stay the same for the next week and the next month and until the end of the year, do you have a sense that this would bring you closer to the vision that you have for your future? Do you get a sense that this is already aligned and on track with the direction that you want for your life? And just get a broad sense. It doesn't need to be very specific. Just get an impression that you're either going the right direction or not yet. And as you're noticing this, in case you're not on trajectory yet, don't judge this answer. Instead, welcome it as valuable information, as now we are going to start working on course correcting so that the next few months are aligning you onto the direction that you really want for your life. And we're going to start doing that right now. So for that, I'm going to invite you first to call upon your imagination and inviting it to play with you for a few moments. And now we are gonna imagine the best possible outcomes, scenarios for every week, every month until the end of the year. So the time for the next quarter, let's imagine how it could possibly happen for the best for you and for the best for you and everyone involved around you. And I like to start this imaginative phase with first imagining ourselves feeling and being at our best. So if you imagine yourself being, feeling already aligned in your core, in the best ways of being, your mind is calm and clear, your heart is peaceful, grateful, and you are ready for action, aligned action. And in that flow state, everything that you're creating is about to entrain everything else in your path. So let's imagine you're at your best, you're in the flow, it's easy to make decisions, you're taking action with excitement and motivation, and you're purposefully creating your life. How does that look like? How does that sound like? How does that feel like? So just imagine. Start to imagine and notice everything that you're creating when you're in that state. A pure state of flow and bliss. What do you make happen? How do you transform everything that's in your direct control, that you can influence through decision and action? How does it look like? What do you see yourself doing? What do you see yourself achieving, accomplishing while you're in that flow, expanded state? And of course, as we are not living on a desert island, you're noticing other people around you, and now imagining how the flow that you're in is also influencing them, impacting them for the better. So what seems to be happening around you that you don't have direct control over, but that seems to be responding to you in a positive way because you're in such a flow, you're making things happen, you're creating a wave, a positive wave, and you're benefiting from the ripples, the ripple effects. So what seems to be happening? What does the next few months look like and sound like and feel like when life itself seems to respond positively to your own energy? Maybe the people around you are responding to you in different ways. Maybe opportunities get created. Maybe relationships are improving. Allow yourself to imagine. Don't limit yourself. Just go for it. Dream big. And when you think you've imagined something great, just ask yourself, and what else? What else is possible? And then imagine as well what amazing possibilities might be entering your life that you're not even expecting. Maybe some surprises with that flow that you've created, possibilities, opportunities, synchronicities that seem to be coming your way out of nowhere. But when in fact they're coming your way because you have initiated a positive flow. Just allow yourself to imagine what that could be. Maybe things you had never thought about so far, or maybe things that you had somehow dreamt about or not even dare to fully dream of because you thought they were not possible. So today, allow yourself to imagine that they are. And what do they look like, sound like, and feel like when they show up in your life? And keep imagining, keep visualizing, immerse yourself in this best scenario contemplation. This is your time. Your time to create. And now I'm gonna invite you to also set an intention that you are imagining amazing possibilities, but that there are other possibilities that you're not yet able to imagine, and that you are setting that intention that you are open and willing to welcome these new possibilities, the ones you can't even grasp yet right now, that when they enter your life, even if they look vastly different from what you're used to, that you will still recognize them for what they are, and you will be open to receive them and welcome them into your life. So just set that intention, that awareness, that you know there are possibilities out there that you can't even imagine right now, but you're absolutely open to welcome them into your awareness, into your life. Okay, amazing. And now I'm going to invite you to notice how you are feeling right now. in the middle of imagining the best possible version of the few months that are coming up. How do you feel? Because remember, your mind doesn't really know the difference between real or imagine. So it's likely that your whole body is now soaked into the best chemical state that is a true reflection of how you will feel or how you would feel when your reality gets manifest, your new reality. So just notice how you're feeling. Maybe it's a feeling that's very familiar, that you can put a name to it. Maybe it's excitement or joy or peace, whatever it is for you. And maybe you just feel it in your body and you don't know, you can't name it. It's just, you just know it's there. And either way is fine. We're just going to now make it stronger. So I'm going to invite you now to tap into that awareness of that feeling and just imagine, just as we did earlier in this meditation, just imagine as if this feeling is flowing into your heart when you breathe in and is flowing out from your heart when you breathe out. As if it's following your breath in and out of your heart. Now it's also this feeling that you can feel entering your body through your heart and solar plexus, and you can feel it radiating out from your heart when you breathe out. And as you do this, as you're feeling it, as you breathe in and out, you just notice that it's getting stronger and stronger with each cycle of breath. Just imagine it's entering your heart on the in-breath. And every time it enters your body, you're feeling it more intensely inside yourself. And every time you breathe out and you're feeling it radiating out from your heart, it's expanding further and wider in the space around you and in front of you. So it's like you're becoming a big bubble, energetically full and vibrant with that feeling. You're completely tuned to that feeling. You're like a musical instrument that's attuned to that very particular, that very specific vibration. Every time you breathe in, you feel it inside yourself, and every time you breathe out, you're feeling it expanding outside of yourself. And it's getting stronger and stronger with each cycle of breath, to the point that it's getting so strong that it feels like you're bursting out with it. And now I'm gonna invite you to imagine that you are becoming like a laser beam with that feeling. Your heart is projecting this feeling out in front of you like a laser, with laser focused strength and power. And this laser, now just imagine as if it is now carving out a portal right in front of you, a little bit like in sci-fi movies. This powerful laser is opening up a portal right in front of you, a doorway. And you know that this doorway is a doorway to the timeline starting now. It's a doorway through a new version of reality starting now. A new version that is totally aligned with the vision that you have, totally aligned with the best version of the time coming up that you've just imagined. So as you visualize this portal in front of you now, we are about to take a few steps and walk through it. So in your mind's eyes, just imagine walking towards it and stepping through it. And as you step through it, you are noticing that the timeline, your past timeline, is now dissolving behind you. You've now fully stepped into a new version of you, a new version of your reality, a new version of the path in front of you. And let's enjoy it for a moment. We've just walked through the portal. So taking a few deeper breaths, as if we are fully inhaling all of the possibilities that are awaiting us on that side of the portal. Breathing in the new, breathing in these possibilities that are fully aligned with our vision. And maybe breathing out a sense of gratitude and appreciation. So breathe in, connecting with all of these new possibilities. Breathing out, appreciation, gratitude. And maybe to anchor yourself into this reality, let's play for a few moments with what we might be noticing. And so some of you might be a little bit more visual, so maybe you are seeing what this might look like. Maybe the colors are different or more vibrant in this new reality. And maybe you're more auditory, and maybe you can imagine what you would hear, what you do hear. Maybe you're hearing some voices, maybe they're familiar voices, maybe they're not. And maybe you're more sensory, more kinesthetic. So I would invite you to imagine that you're touching something now. And how does it feel in this new reality when you're touching it? So just notice, what does this new version of reality look like and feels like and sounds like? And maybe even how it smells like. Maybe smells like new. So allow yourself, allow your senses to get an experience of this new version of reality right now. And knowing that you are now on the path, you've just taken the first step into a new path until the end of the year, a path that's more aligned, a path where you're in the flow, and a path where the world around you is responding positively to the flow that you're creating. And on this path, you feel a certain way. And now we're going to create an anchor in your body that will be able to use anytime that we might drift out slightly from this state that we're in right now. So in order to do that, you're going to choose a very simple physical gesture that will be your anchor. So it could be just touching your thumb and index finger together. It could be something very simple like taking a deep breath or rolling your shoulders down. It could be, I don't know, touching your heart with your hand. Anything that makes sense to you and is easy for you to remember and use at any time throughout the week, whenever you feel you're maybe drifting out and you want to remind yourself of the state that you're in right now. So once you've chosen the anchor you're going to use, we're now gonna apply it, but before that, give yourself another moment of enjoying the moment, enjoying how you're feeling, allowing these feelings to grow to their max. And whenever you're feeling these feelings the most, get ready to now apply your anchor. So if you chose to touch your fingers, touch them now. If you chose to take a deep breath or touch your heart, do it now. And as you do this, now you're locking in the expanded state that you're in right now with that physical gesture. You're locking it into yourself. This is your sign that you have sealed it within you. And now every time you need it, instead of doing a long meditation to get yourself back into this state, all you need to do is just use your anchor, press your fingers together or any other gesture that you chose, and your body, your mind will instantly bring yourself back here into the state that you get to be in to create your best reality. Okay, so take another few deep breaths. And then when you're ready, you can release your anchor. Just trusting that now this is done. And we're going to slowly bring ourselves back. And to do that, to bring ourselves back in the new here and now, we're going to rub our hands together until they're warm. Place them at the top of our head. And just proceed to gently touching every part of our body from head to toe, as if we're reminding ourselves of the boundaries of our own bodies again, making sure that we're in there on this earth, ready to get on with our day. So touching yourself from top of your head, down your head and your neck and your shoulders and arms, touching the front of your body all the way down from your torso to your abdomen, the sides of your body down to your hips, as much of your back as you can, and all the way down from your hips, your thigh, your knees, your legs, and your feet. And if you cannot touch your feet, it's okay. You can also press them into the ground again, knowing that you're grounded, grounding yourself into the earth again. And here, if you want to, you can acknowledge the earth and thank the earth again for allowing our whole human experience here on this plane of existence. And then take your time, and whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes again. Oh, and ta-da! Welcome back. Thank you so much for following along. So we're going to resume now our weekly sessions from today. And in the meantime, enjoy your week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.